It's the Morning Scramble. Z102.9.
7:43 now with the Morning Scramble, just in time for Halloween, because if we argued this next Thursday, we're already in November.
Makes no sense. We're preparing this week for the trick-or-treaters coming on Tuesday for Halloween. Listener Michael asked us a very important question that I think he and maybe his spouse have a disagreement about. How many bite-sized candy bars do you give out to trick-or-treaters on Halloween?
So let's kind of set the context. Here's the evidence as we know it. His household is not a full-size candy bar household like mine.
Yes.
They are you go get the variety pack, the big bag of candy, and you dump it in the pumpkin bowl. And then this so is reminiscent of mine growing up. We grew up in the country, and my mom tried for years to leave the only one or two pieces note.
Rosemary.
Because she drove us around. And we would always come back to an empty bowl, and she would be mad. They don't listen. They don't pay attention. And as a kid, I knew, Mom, it's Halloween. It's candy. It's the one night a year where kids can just be kids. What's the big deal? Let them grab the candy. And I carry that tradition to this day.
You are saying handful. Give the kids as much candy as they want.
Yes, for sure.
Would you like to argue your case?
Well, here's what I like to bring up. I brought evidence, by the way.
Oh, excuse me.
I would like to enter exhibits 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
Exhibits 1 and 2 are 2 bite-sized Twix bars. Ooh. And what you'll notice about them is if you stack them on top of each other, that's the equivalent of 1 full Twix. So to give the kid the equivalent of a full-size Twix candy bar, I have to give them 4. I have to. So it's a handful. May I also present the 100 grand, which, by the way, I forgot how much I love these until a bag showed up in the building, and they are fantastic.
You know what? We can actually agree on that point of the case.
Same issue. You put those things side by side, and you only get about a half a bar, and we need full bars, people. We need full bars for these kids for the candy night. This is the one night a year a kid knocks on a random house door. We open it up. We say, you know what? You are dressed adorably. Please enjoy this candy, and may your parents and your dentist deal with it down the road. You're not my problem. Take as much as you want, says I. It's for the kids.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
It's Halloween.
Okay, yeah, it's Halloween, and I'm all about good fun. But you just made me put on my mom hat, okay? So excuse me, because team 1 or 2 pieces of candy present.
Do you hear yourself saying it out loud?
I know. I don't know what happens, but I am a parent, and I have to interject. The kid does not need a full-size candy bar.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't need the sugar. A fun size. If you take more fun size, you're actually getting more of that candy coating. So you're getting even more sugar, even more calories. The kids don't need it. It's not good for them. Their dentist will be mad at us later when they're not brushing their teeth before bed and getting all of that candy and caramel and nougat stuck in their teeth. Not good for kids. Also, I guess experience B. It is called Beggar's Night traditionally because the kids are going around and they are begging. So the house gets to dictate the rules of the house. And having lived in a neighborhood where I could have counted the number of children in the neighborhood on one hand, and for whatever reason, people migrated on Halloween night to that neighborhood. And we got so many trick-or-treaters. It was like there was not enough. We had like 500, 600 pieces of candy. So you have to limit trick-or-treaters. I totally understand where the homeowner's coming from. 1 or 2 pieces. A, you don't need it. And B, hey, I'm buying the candy. I'm not handmade of money, okay?
Boy, you sound like a mom.
I'm responsible.
Like a mom.
Responsible.
I say it's a handful. Let the kid just scoop it out of there. It's their night. Have fun with it. Vote for Dance and Eric Hansen. How many bite-sized candy bars? As many as they want.
I'm like, whoa, buddy. 1 or 2 pieces. Them's the rules.
What do you say, fellow jurors? The phone lines are now open for Jury in a Hurry at 200-1029. Hi, Jury in a Hurry. How many bite-sized candy bars are you giving away?
No more than 2. We have hundreds of kids that come to my door.
Thank you.
Grand Avenue, they just chip in.
It's a volume issue. All right, I'll move to the next juror. We'll give that one to Claire. Hey, Jury in a Hurry. What are you thinking for a Halloween candy? You doing a handful or just 1 or 2 pieces?
Definitely a handful. Because you know who else needs the candy?
Who?
Me.
Yeah!
The more they get, the more I get to steal.
There you go.
an unexamined angle of the case.
Coming from the driver of the Halloween vehicle. Okay, let's take this call. Jury in a hurry. What are you doing for Halloween candy? You handing out 1 or 2, or are you going for a handful?
No, times are tough and things are expensive, so I'm handing out 1 or 2.
Thank you. That's
Keeping it on
common
the budget
sense, juror.
size. That sounds good. Jury in a hurry. How you handling candy this year? Bite size, 1 or 2, or a handful?
1 or 2.
1 or 2.
Thank you,
Another
juror.
one on Quinn.
Welcome aboard.
On Claire's column. Hey, jury in a hurry. How many bite-sized candy bars do you give on Halloween? 1 or 2, or a handful?
Handful, 100%.
There they are.
Don't be a Grinch.
Yeah, don't be a Scrooge. A Grinch or a Scrooge. Jury in a hurry. How many bite-sized candy bars do you give out on Halloween? A handful or 1 or 2?
1 or 2.
1 or 2. Claire?
Thank you, caller.
That goes into column 2, which is your column, which I call the cheapskate column.
Oh, it's not cheapskate. It is a numbers game, sir.
How many bite-sized candy bars are you handing out this Halloween? You doing a full handful or 1 or 2?
With Claire, 1 or 2. We have hundreds of kids that come through.
It just makes sense this way. Thank you, juror.
I think, though, if you budget ahead of time, maybe skip a couple coffee runs.
Why would I waste my money on all these strangers that are begging for candy?
You are good to go. Okay, that gives me, I got a little bit of a hill to climb.
You have a little bit of a hill to climb, 5 to 2.
What do you say, juror? 1 or 2 or a handful?
1 or 2.
All right, that's another one in your column. That gives you 6, Claire. The next call could take it for you.
This is it, baby.
Let's go to this line. Hey, it is jury in a hurry. When you're handing out that bite-sized candy bar on Halloween, you giving them a handful or 1 or 2?
So I typically give about 2 or 3, but if there is a child that has a really unique, awesome costume, then they get extra.
Extra.
Okay, you're going in the handful column.
That's a handful, and it's also for the cuteness factor, which we both forgot to calculate in our arguments. Let's go to you, juror. How many bite-sized candy bars you giving out on Halloween? A handful or 1 or 2?
I go with a handful, but a kid's handful.
Okay.
Oh, you're right. They do have smaller mitts.
Yeah. So that's about 3, I'd say, with tiny hands.
Tiny handfuls.
That gets me another vote. What do you say, juror? How many bite-sized candy bars for Halloween? You doing a big handful or 1 or 2?
I start out with 1 or 2, and then as the night goes on, if I have extra candy, I start handing out handfuls.
Yeah, but I think 1 or 2 is really her answer.
Rules.
So...
Rules
win.